every podcast we talk a little bit about streaming, but there's been some big major changes in streaming recently, and two of them are both DrLupo and TimTheTatman making the jump to YouTube gaming. These two, it actually came one right after the other, right? It was DrLupo one day, and then the next day, TimTheTatman, it was all over his social media that he was going to YouTube gaming as well. And it was on the same day that they were talking about the a day off Twitch, right? So for those that don't know, a day off Twitch, a lot of people were kind of protesting Twitch to battle against like bots and specifically hate bots and hate raids that were happening on Twitch, and especially a lot of smaller streamers are getting a lot of hate bots happening, and all that like really sucks. It really sucks, especially if you're a small streamer. If you're a bigger streamer, it makes the chat almost like unbearable, where you just turn off the chat and you only watch the stream, which sucks because the chat is a major part of the streaming, right? Like the interaction that you have with the streamer, and that the streamer can go through the chat and talk to you. Like that's a big part of streaming. And just Twitch hasn't really done anything about it. So it was organized, I think, just through a hashtag, a day off Twitch. They picked the date
Yeah.
that they were going to do that. But then and that actually happened. A lot of people took the day off Twitch. I know there's a lot of streamers out there who are under contract to actually like go on Twitch and still play. So obviously those types of people were still on Twitch, but the numbers just went way down that day. Like people really like took it to heart and didn't go on Twitch to either stream or to watch streamers. But that same day was when TimTheTatman said that he was going to YouTube gaming. And then again, the day earlier, DrLupo was moving to YouTube gaming, and that's a big loss, I think, for Twitch. Like I'm
Yeah.
imagining some of the people over there. I'm imagining a lot of the people over at Twitch just in shambles, just trying to figure out what do we do? We're losing our content creators. Like I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy to see these two big names, like big names. Like these were at, at one point it was just like them two, Ninja and Courage at the top, especially in the
Yeah.
Fortnite days, and now three of those four are on YouTube gaming exclusively. And I know Courage is ecstatic to have them over on YouTube gaming because he's been over on YouTube gaming for a really long
Yeah,
time.
he's killing. He's killing
Yeah,
it.
and he's killing it over there. And I don't know, it was crazy to see, and I was kind of excited about it because the more legs that competitors get, the better it is overall.
Yeah.
Um, what do you think about this?
Um, I've always. I'm not gonna say I've always been against Twitch. I don't like Twitch's ethics. I've never liked their ethics. I think they're an unethical company that they've always been. The same company. They brush everything off, and all it takes is one competitor to come over here and create something as good as Twitch for Twitch to just go down the drain. Because what's keeping Twitch alive is their content creators, not their platform. Because their platform um, is pretty bad. I mean, it's pretty trash, personally. Um, like I said, they do a lot of things right, but they do a lot of things wrong.
Yeah,
But if they keep losing these streamers, they're gonna find themselves in a hole that they're not gonna like. Personally, I think, and I think they have this elitist mentality where they're like, oh, we're not gonna go anywhere. We're Twitch. We run this thing, and um, they lost Doctor Disrespect because of legal reasons. Apparently, there's something Doc is trying to sue them now.
yeah,
So that, and then obviously, Ninja left for a reason,
oh yeah,
and they handled that terribly. Now he's back, yeah, but there's been a lot of issues with Twitch, and I see TimTheTatman and DrLupo leaving as maybe people will
yeah,
follow. I'm not sure if that's something that obviously people are under
right,
contract. But if the reason to go to YouTube, I think personally, is more because it makes it easier for them to actually focus on their YouTube content and also stream on YouTube at the same time then have to manage both YouTube
Yeah.
and Twitch. So they're getting more views on their channel by actually streaming on YouTube, which the money. Not saying the money's going to be better by them posting videos, but if they're doing already the videos, there's no reason why they have to be streaming on
Yeah.
Twitch. Especially if YouTube is going to work better on their YouTube Live, um, the YouTube Gaming, and then they're gonna, the only thing is YouTube. I think you can't gift subs,
Yeah, I
or
mean,
you can't
YouTube Gaming
gift
has a
that's stuff that they need to
yeah.
work on
Twitch
for
still
sure.
has a lot of stuff that YouTube Gaming can't do, right?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And like for example, raids, right? At the end of your stream, transferring
Yeah,
your stream the people there to another one, it doesn't really happen. I think Dr. Disrespect actually talked about that on one of his lives. He said it's like a black hole for your chat. It's like as soon as you end, like the thousands of people
it's
that were
gone.
there just are gone. So they aren't
Yeah,
transferred anywhere. They don't go anywhere. They're just gone. Um, but I do think that the algorithms for YouTube are gonna make more sense for streamers.
yeah,
And YouTube Gaming, like the heads of YouTube Gaming, are very like they're on social media. They're talking about all this, right? And
yeah.
and
Ryan
all the
Wyatt.
time they're saying we're listening, we're working with our content creators, we want to do better by them. And it's really cool to see how much easier it is for smaller streamers to get discovered on YouTube than it is on Twitch. On Twitch, for example, if like for example, me, I love Teamfight Tactics, right? If I go on Twitch and I look up Teamfight Tactics, it's not going to show me small streamers. It's going to show me the first few bars are going to be all the streamers that have the highest view counts, and I really have to scroll all the way down to find some small streamers. Whereas on YouTube, there's been some TFT people like Redox, for example, who I find he's a small streamer, and I found because I was looking at big streamers, and I was checking out their YouTube videos and their lives, and then on in my home page, it just got recommended one day. It's like, hey, like uh, he had made a video, like a short like 8 minute clip. I watched the clip, I
Yeah,
liked it, and then the next day he showed up again on my channel and or on my feed, and it was his live, and I clicked on it and now I was watching him live. So it doesn't work the same way as Twitch, and I know that people are kind of annoyed with it. I was talking to a couple people online about it because they're like, no, like why would you switch to YouTube? You can't even search it by game, like and it's true. It doesn't work like Twitch where I can click on a game like Apex Legends, and I see everyone that's streaming Apex Legends. It doesn't work like that yet. But I can definitely like search Apex Legends, and it'll give me and it'll give me like videos and clips and creators for the game. Um, Maybe if they create their own like separate website, like just YouTube Gaming, or even like a separate app on your phone that will work like Twitch, I think that would be really cool to see.
yeah,
But again, I think YouTube is more likely to make those changes to make that happen. And so far,
yeah.
Twitch isn't listening to their content creators, and that's why they're leaving. A lot of people are saying they left for the money. I'm sure that has something to do with it. But I mean,
Oh,
someone
of
like Tim the
course, yeah,
Tatman, who's had like multiple hundreds of thousands of people on his Twitch channel all the time, going over to YouTube Gaming and only having 100,000 his first day, um, doesn't seem like a big money move, right? Like I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah,
YouTube Gaming gave him like a really good contract and they figured all that out. But at the same time, it's like you're gonna have less people for now, but I think they're really working on it. And the first stream after Tim the Tatman moved over, I think it was Tim, Lupo, Courage, and Doctor Disrespect played Warzone,
yeah,
and I'm sure that was hella fun to watch, right? Like getting those four guys on again. It's really cool to see. Uh, and I think it's all good. I think it's again competition with Twitch will always be good. Um, Twitch is
yeah,
forced to listen right now, and they really need to do something. Especially, there's
yeah,
also rumors. I don't know if you had heard. NickMarks' contract with Twitch is up, and
yeah.
the rumors are
Oh,
there because he announced that he had signed a contract with Twitch before Tim the Tatman and Dr. Lupo. Obviously, Tim and Lupo's were up because they just moved to YouTube gaming. So everyone's like, well, NickMarks hasn't announced anything yet. But honest to God,
Yeah.
if NickMarks leaves Twitch and goes to YouTube, that's gonna be like a
I mean, I think he's the highest subbed, or one of the highest sub people
now,
on
yeah,
Twitch. If I'm not mistaken, it's him and maybe Hassan. I'm not sure if Hassan, and there's a
yeah,
few other ones that are the
XQC,
highest.
yeah, they're probably up there.
XQC, yeah, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
but I mean, NickMarks right now because more and more are leaving, and NickMarks is like the king of Twitch right now, especially when it comes to these
Yeah.
shooters like Warzone and Apex Legends. Most people are gonna be most of the people that didn't follow TimTheTatman to YouTube gaming are just gonna start watching NickMarks. That's what I think.
Yeah, and Nick Mertz's his community is super
Oh
loyal to
yeah,
him. The
oh
M
yeah, that's
fam
true.
is super loyal. So because Nick Mertz has been a big part of a lot of organizations, a lot of
Yeah,
communities, um, and like you said, yeah, like I said, Tim the Tatman has a big YouTube channel. Courage had a big YouTube channel. DrLupo has a big
yeah,
YouTube channel. So now it makes it easier for them to be able to promote their YouTube channel along with their stream, along with them. Hey, go watch my video. They literally just have to click outside right on their YouTube, instead of having to go Twitch and then having to open up your YouTube. Promoting your YouTube on your Twitch and stuff like that.
yeah,
And Nick Burks has a big YouTube channel
yeah,
as well.
yeah. He
So
does.
I wouldn't blame him for going over there.
Yeah,
So it'd be a big move, and
yeah, and
YouTube gaming is ran by Ryan
yep,
Wyatt. I think he's the head. He was ex Octa Gaming. He worked with he's ex Nate Shot teammate. So he has a lot of ties with the community,
yep.
with gaming in general. And Twitch is ran by like a bunch of freaking
Amazon.
a bunch of
Yeah,
bozos. And yeah, but I mean the people actually running Twitch, they're a bunch of bozos in my
yeah,
eyes that don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't understand the community. They don't understand. They're money hungry people, and I personally don't like that. And I hope YouTube actually does something and actually follows through with this
yeah,
opportunity, because they do have an opportunity to actually make this a possibility.
yeah,
YouTube is such a prominent name. People know YouTube over Twitch. As gamers, obviously know Twitch, but you tell people what's YouTube and what's Twitch, they're gonna tell
what
you what
YouTube is.
everyone knows
Yep,
YouTube. So they
yeah,
have an opportunity here. Either that or a new company comes out of nowhere, but we've already seen with Mixer that's not very easy.
oh yeah,
So YouTube has the opportunity to actually do something. There's no reason why they shouldn't have raids. There's no reason why they shouldn't have gift
yeah.
subs. Just get it done, whatever way
Yeah, and
possible.
I think they will.
Because
I think they will. I think it takes
yeah,
time,
yeah,
but as they see the community growing and really getting behind YouTube, they'll start making those changes. And
yeah,
and yeah, it's all going to be really good in my opinion. And
yeah. And like you said, having a different
yeah,
platform, a different app,
yeah,
um, that's not just so clustered with YouTube, where you don't have to actually go on YouTube and go into the guy's channel and look at. No, you go to YouTube gaming app and you find all the streamers, just pure streaming, no videos. Maybe you can have a link to someone's video that takes you to their YouTube and stuff like that. But having a platform that they can actually use just for streaming is
yeah,
something they should do. They should definitely look
yeah.
into.
But as of now, I would say if someone's a small streamer right now, I would say you need to start putting out YouTube content and streaming on YouTube versus
Yeah,
Twitch.
it should be. Yeah, you should be
I
doing
yeah,
that, or either putting on YouTube content and then streaming on
yep,
Twitch, or YouTube content and streaming on
yeah.
YouTube. You should
I
be
mean,
doing both,
it
because
works
that's
really well.
just
Like
easy exposure.
yeah, like dude, I opened up my YouTube app right now, and it showed. Well, I obviously follow Quickscope podcast, and literally on my first feed, it just showed Quickscope podcast has gone live, so I can click in and watch the live. And we're small, right? We had what a total like 5 viewers at one point, so
Yeah,
it's really small. But the algorithm for my phone has it so that if I open it up, and it's from my profile, right, not from the Quickscope podcast profile. I open it up, it's gonna show me, hey, you've liked this videos, you subscribe to this person. Here,
stuff.
they're live right now. Go and check it out. And then if you go to anyone that's live right now and you go to the actual channel, it just shows their live right away at the top, so you can click on it. So I don't know,
Yeah,
having it all in one place like that, I think is really useful. It's gonna be really good for content creators, especially for gaming. So Yeah, so I mean, if you're a small streamer, that's what I think. I think you're a small streamer. You really should be at least putting out YouTube videos also on top of streaming
Yeah.
on Twitch. Um,
Even if it's just your recaps of your
exactly. Yeah.
streams, it's just easy
Yeah.
content. It's easy content, and you're getting more exposure. You're getting more
Yeah.
eyes, maybe different eyes. Maybe then they'll go to your Twitch. It's just it makes sense to do both.
Well, with these people jumping over from Twitch to YouTube, um, you actually came up with this question: Is do you think that creators make a platform, or can they survive without their stars? Like, can the platform survive without the stars?
I personally think that they can survive without the stars. A few of them. But once you start losing all of them, um, you're gonna see people, I guess, wonder why they're leaving, I guess, and question that, and then see, oh, why
Yeah.
are people leaving Twitch? For what reasons? Maybe they'll look into it and they'll see why Twitch is in a lot of these issues or why people leave. Um, like you see, I'm still on Twitch. People
Yep.
are still on Twitch. I'm gonna still watch Twitch. It's just easier
It
to
is. Yeah.
consume. Um, but if definitely more of the streamers that I watch are on YouTube, I switch to YouTube, and they made it easier for me to watch. I switch to YouTube. I'm definitely not there because I love Twitch. It's not that. It's just easier to consume. There's a lot more content creators there that are easier to watch. The raids are nice, like you said. The raids are nice. Gifting subs, all that definitely is in Twitch's favor. But if YouTube gets all that stuff, there's no reason why I'd be on YouTube. I mean on Twitch.
On
Sorry.
Twitch. Yeah. Yeah. I think the platform can survive. I think, man, I even think Twitch is kind of going away from the gaming and focusing on, like, if you go on and see they're just chatting,
Yeah.
like there's
Yeah. Just chatting is bigger
yeah,
than
it's like their biggest thing right now.
like 400,000 people instead of
Yeah,
with like 100,000 people watching the biggest
just
game.
chatting. There's the music channels. There's obviously the hot tubs one, which was very controversial because it's just chatting also, but with a hot tub. And yeah, so I mean, people are watching these, and I think Twitch kind of started getting away from it just being for gamers. Uh, and hopefully YouTube gaming, I mean, it's in the name, YouTube gaming. Hopefully, if they do create their own their own consistent platform, their own application, their own like site, hopefully that'll be just for gaming, and we can.
Yeah, but see, YouTube has morals that they've had. Yeah, in the past they've had some
Yeah.
issues, but they usually crack down on that stuff. They have their guidelines. They're very strict on them.
Hmm.
They don't falter from them. They stick to them. And YouTube kind of has this gray line of like, you can't pass this line, but if you're this person, you
Yeah.
can. And then if you're this person, you could pass it maybe a little more. And then you're this person, you could pass it a little. Like it
Yeah.
just people don't like to
No.
see that. The small streamer gets upset when you're someone gets banned for 7 days for driving and texting, and then this other big streamer gets banned for 1 day for driving and texting. Like that just doesn't make you
Yeah.
feel right as a content creator. Or this person gets banned for hot tub stream, but this person is still doing hot tub
Yeah.
stream. Like that just doesn't make you feel good as a content
No.
creator. So
And then with Twitch, their guidelines are all over the place and sometimes hidden. It's
yeah,
like with Doctor
it's just so
Disrespect.
that they can have gray
Yeah.
areas. That's literally what they want is to have gray areas to where they can say, oh, you know what, but we interpret it this way. You might interpret it this way, but we
Yeah.
interpret it this way.
Yeah. It
It's
was the
just
same
like
thing with Doc, right? For the longest time, he got banned from Twitch and he had no idea why. Now that he has found out
so
why, he's suing them. But I think with YouTube, I think they do a much better job at like going through, like, if you create a channel and you go through their content creation like class, like you can actually go through it and they'll say, okay, this is what's acceptable, this is what is not. If something is not acceptable, we'll give you a strike. We'll send you this email explaining exactly what is wrong, and they give you the opportunity to just like cut that part out of the video so you can remove the strike. Like they're very like
they're
procedural
consistent.
and organized in how
Yeah,
content creators are going to be on their platform, and I think it's because they have to be, because there's millions, if not billions, of videos being uploaded there, that need to be checked, right? And
yeah,
so yeah, so for that reason, I think they're really strict about it, and they know what they're doing. Whereas Twitch almost seems like they're winging it at times, right? They're just like,
yeah.
oh,
At all times,
at
at
all
all
times,
times.
yeah,
I think they're winging it at all times because yeah, Twitch. I really don't like watching Twitch. Like, I love Twitch, but I don't like watching Twitch because of Twitch. Like, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like, Twitch just makes me sometimes
Yeah,
just
I
wanna.
watch Twitch. I watch Twitch for the creators, for
Yeah,
the
definitely.
content they're putting out, and I really
Yeah,
enjoy that. And because it's a platform that really created that initially for gamers. But
yeah.
as an organization, I think Twitch needs to do better. And I think with TimTheTatman and DrLupo leaving, with the whole protest against Twitch for a day, I think all that is really making them think. And hopefully it'll bring about some changes over at Twitch as well.
Hopefully. Yeah, because we'd love to have both.
Yep.
There should be an option to have both.
Yeah.
Like you said, competition is good for both for us, the consumers.
Yeah.
So, if they both survive, that'd be good for us. Hopefully, they both stick to their, or at least Twitch gets better and YouTube gets better, because YouTube still has a long way to go to. They're definitely not at the point where they can take over Twitch.
Oh,
So
not yet.
they have a lot of work to go to.
Yeah.